What's going on, my fellow DigiDorx? It's your good mate Tro here, and today I've made a little BT-12 tier list for you. So now keep in mind, these are the decks that I'm the most familiar with, and I've seen the meta, and it is just my opinion. So Beelzemon X, I believe, is the deck to beat at the moment. It is just unbelievable with the new X antibody in it with the starter deck. So he goes straight to tier 1. So any other decks that can beat that, good luck. We've got Bloom Lord Mon. Yes, look, suspending power is good and all, but now that we've got Quartzmon, you're going to be hard to beat that suspending power. So we'll chop it at the top of tier 2 for now. Next up, we've got Bagra Army. Now, I personally love Bagra Army, Purple Army, whatever you want to call it. But it's a little bit slow at times and really needs its pieces out, but it is top of the road decks in my opinion. Alright, moving swiftly on, we've got Gallantmon. Gallantmon got some amazing support, BT-12, the new Gallantmon of course, and a new egg, Gigimon, is unbelievable. Just that extra 1,000 adding to DP deletion. Fantastic. I'll put him at the top of tier 3. Next up, we've got Hunters. Or Restrodramon, whichever you like to call them. I've just put the colors there for the colors of the tamers that you usually use in the deck, or that I've seen used. But it is absolutely phenomenal deck. Put that tier 1. Next up, Imperial Dramon. Now, even though it did get some support, it's still not the greatest. I was scared of it a few metas ago, but not so much anymore. We'll put him right behind, probably tier 3 there, right behind Gallantmon. Alright, next up, Allforce Beedramon. With the X antibody, yes, absolutely. Still think it's a little bit lacking, unfortunately. I haven't seen much power of it yet. I'm going to chuck that at tier 4, unfortunately. Sorry to the Allforce players out there. Next up, we got Minerva Loop. Minerva Loop is an interesting one. Once it starts doing its thing, starts looping, getting that memory back, there's not too much you can do about it. You really don't want to pass turn on Minerva because you're scared that you'll never get another one. So I'm going to chop that at tier 2. Next up, I like this deck. We got Dragon Links. So Dragon Links, yes, an NEX. It doesn't do the greatest, but when it pops off, it does great, especially with the Digicross Dorbikmon. I think it's a fantastic deck, but I'm going to chuck it down in the road section. Next up, we've got Merva Cross. So that is just the Mervamon Digicross version of the deck, and it's doing really well, actually, of what I've seen anyways. It's quite good. I'm going to chuck that tier 1 for sure. Next up, Shoutmon X7. So I think I forgot the 7 there. Apologies for that. Shoutmon X7, fantastic, especially with the superior mode added to it. I'm going to chuck that just behind Merva Cross. I think Merva Cross is just a little bit better than the Shoutmon X7 Digicross deck. So moving on, we have Jesmon. Now, Jesmon did pretty well for a while. Got some pretty good support. Its last starter deck with the Jesmon GX, fantastic. But it's probably still a bit lacking this meta. So tier 3 it is. So moving on, we've got Mastermon. Now, Mastermon got an awesome tamer, that yellow, purple 5-cost tamer that does some amazing things, but it's just not quite getting there. I'm going to chuck it behind Allforce in tier 4. Sorry, Mastermon players. So next up, we got Black War Grey X or War Grey Mon, the new BT-12 War Grey Mon, depending which way you want to go with this deck. Either way, since it has been limited, has lost that bit of power, I'm going to chuck it in tier 2. We'll see what people can do with it though throughout locals. Next up, Examon. So Examon, I love this deck. Unfortunately, again, If you don't get all your right pieces out and be wary of your memory, it's not going to go off right. So chuck that at tier 4. Next, we've got red hybrids. The new red hybrids, BT-12, got some support. Got a new Takuya Kambara memory tamer. So that's absolutely tier 1, I believe, in my opinion, after playing it for quite a while. It's absolutely busted deck once it does its thing. Sorry, Armor Rush is next. I love this deck too. Unfortunately, Armor Rush, even with Magnamon X, I would still say is quite the rogue deck, in my opinion. So we'll chuck it down there, see what kind of things we can do with it when Royal Knights comes. Alright, next we got Grandis. Alright, Grandis Kuwagamon did really well in Nats when I played it this year. While the one Grandis Kuwagamon player absolutely smashed me. I was playing Black War X. So, but tier 2, because Black War X did win that one. Black War OTK. This is an interesting one. This is the Black War promo that you Digiburst and Unsuspend. I've seen it do some amazing things. I'm going to chuck it in the rogue category just because it's stuck in there pretty consistently. Alright, next up we have Blue Flare. Now, Blue Flare was interesting. Again, I played this one at Nats. I did beat them with the Black War X build, but it's slowly been getting more support, and I think it's tier 1, definitely. A lot of people might disagree with me on that one, but I'll chuck it at tier 1 for now. Alright, next one, Digimon. Alright, some people call it the Rust Tyrannomon deck. I'm going to call it Digimon because I love my Angry Grandpa deck. Even though, a lot of tamers, a lot of setting up. I'm going to chuck him in the rogue category. I basically only put him on this list because I love Digimon heaps. I love this deck. Alright, next up, personal favourite again, we've got D-Brigade. Now, this deck, again, I think has consistently done well. And yeah, some people can just blast right through it in some decks, but I'm going to put it in the rogue category. I think it's fantastic. Alright, now, time for the reveal. The ultimate #1 deck that you will ever face in Digimon TCG. Here it is. Are you ready? Drum roll. We'll wait for it. Build the suspense. Here it comes. What's it gonna be? Oh my god, it is King Sukamon. It is the poop deck. #1. You will never find a better deck in the world. I'm actually just kidding. I do love the poop deck, but yes. Anyways, guys, that was my tier list. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. Please let me know if I left out one of your favorite decks, or if you think this is just a completely wrong tier list. I'm dying to hear what you know. Please leave a comment. I'm happy to get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks heaps for watching, guys. I'm Tro, your DigiDorx, and I'll see you DigiDorx later. Catch ya.